Oh man, what a headache. It's gone. What? Almost as if someone did a pain split? That's right, guys. Today we've got a BDSP Wi-Fi battle featuring the ghost Pokemon Dusknoir. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's go, guys. Let's get into this battle. So we're going to see our opponent lead off here with an Aggron. I'm going to lead off here with an Ambipom. Now the big thing with Aggrons, most of them are going to try to go in and set up like the Stealth Rocks, maybe an Iron Defense, maybe just go right in for the attack. But one thing we do know is that they do carry the ability Sturdy. So we're going to go in for that Fake Out. We're going to actually take away that ability because quite frankly, we do not want it to survive any kind of hits future in this battle. So we're going for the taunt. We got the taunt. No Stealth Rocks can come into the play. We're going to go for the U-turn. So U-turn is going to send Ambipom back to our party. And we're going to go in with a bulky Pokemon, which is Dusknoir. Dusknoir is the featured Pokemon of this battle. So be sure to keep an eye on this magnificent ghost Pokemon. So in comes the attack from the Aggron. As you can see, we survive like a champ. Also getting our leftovers. I'm really hoping that that is leftover Thai food, but realistically, who has leftover Thai food? I never do. So we're going to go for that Will-O-Wisp here. We're going to get that Will-O-Wisp off onto the Aggron, and of course that is going to drastically cut the attack stat of that Aggron. So of course, we're going to continue to get our leftovers here. We're going to regain our health while the Aggron is slowly losing health on its own. So we do have the Dusknoir here. We're going to go in for the attack. The Iron Defense comes out from the Aggron. Now, Aggron, of course, is one of those Pokemon that is extremely bulky. However, it's not going to be able to survive a bunch of Earthquake hits, which is definitely a good play on the Aggron side to go for that Iron Defense. Boosting up your defense stat is definitely going to be helpful. However, with a burned Aggron, what are you really going to be able to do with that Pokemon in this match? Besides boosting up your defense stat, you're going to whittle away more health than you are going to be able to dish out damage. So unfortunately for him, he actually ends up losing his Aggron there due to a critical hit Earthquake. And that's just really good for us because that's the first Pokemon out in this battle. So we're going to gain a little bit more health here, and then our opponent is going to send in, I believe, Staraptor. So Staraptor coming onto the field there gets the Intimidate. I'm not really too concerned because there's not a whole lot that Staraptor is going to be able to do to this Dusknoir. So he's going to go in for that Brave Bird, and Brave Bird is actually going to do a little bit of damage there for us. I'm going to say that's chump change. Not much that this thing is going to be able to do, especially now that it's burned. So the big thing with Dusknoir is you want to carry your Pain Splits, you want to carry your Will-O-Wisps, you want to carry things such as Destiny Bond. Honest to God, I've never really used Destiny Bond onto a team, but Pain Split is definitely helpful here for this match. So he's going to continue to go for them Brave Birds, going to get the recoil damage from his moves, and then of course he's also going to get the burn damage. We're going to go for that Pain Split. We're going to get a little bit more of our health back, taking it from that Staraptor, which is definitely beneficial for us, especially if he decides to go for a Roost and somehow manages to get us down into a critical health area. So we're just going to keep going for the Pain Split here. Can't really do much in the lines of attacking, so we're just going to play the health game here a little bit back and forth. We know at some point that Staraptor is going to do some damage to us, and we're just going to try to even the odds here a little bit. So we were thinking at one point maybe to swap out. Definitely not an option here. Brave Bird is going to come in. I thought maybe he might go for a Roost, which is why I went for the Earthquake, because if a roosted Pokemon roosts first that turn, of course the Earthquake should be able to hit because that Pokemon is now sitting on the ground or whatever. So of course, again, a little bit of damage there from that burn. And we're also down into the yellow zone, same thing as the Staraptor. So in comes that Brave Bird. Brave Bird actually is dishing out a little bit more damage. The Staraptor, of course, is losing more health. And this is basically just kind of a stall game here. Really can't really do much. I don't really want to bring anything in against that Staraptor because, quite frankly, we're just going to end up getting hit drastically. Brave Bird, again, coming back in. Going to take us down into the red zone, and then of course the recoil damage is going to be there. There's the pain split. Of course, pain split's not really doing a whole lot here. However, if it did go for that roost, it could be huge. So we're getting a little bit of lefties here. There's the burn taking it down a little bit further, and then we know what's going to end up happening here. There's going to be a Brave Bird. I kind of want to save Dusknoir for later, so we're going to go into our Ambipom here, just because I know that I do have like a Focus Sash. We're going to be able to survive a hit. Luckily, we didn't actually have to worry about going down to our Sash for some odd reason. I definitely think the burn definitely played a big part into this. In comes a Regice. Now with Regice, we know that there's going to be the typical Thunder Wave, maybe a Hail, that kind of idea. He goes for the Superpower, which is actually kind of cool. Didn't actually think about Superpower coming from Regice. We did manage to get the taunt off, which is good because he can't do any kind of Thunder Waves or anything like that. We're going to come in with our Moltres here. Now with Moltres onto the field, we're just going to go in for that Fire Blast. And that should be able to hit onto that Regice, taking it right down into the yellow zone. We also managed to get a burn, which is really cool. But in comes the Zap Cannon, and Zap Cannon actually does a lot of damage off the Moltres, obviously because of the flying type. We do get a Paralysis, which is unfortunate because now we can't really outspeed a whole lot of different Pokemon with Moltres. But we're going to see what happens here. So we are going to go in for that other Fire Blast here, and we actually get paralyzed, which is very unfortunate because, quite frankly, it would have been really nice to take out that Regice. Zap Cannon, of course, is going to knock us out in the second turn, and then, of course, the Regice is going to regain some health there with the lefties. So we've got 2 Pokemon down on our side, 2 Pokemon down on their side, and then, of course, it's no longer taunted. In comes our Nidoking, which is one of the big bads of this match. So we're going to go just in for the attack here. We could have either gone for the Earth Power or the Fire Blast. Fire Blast definitely definitely does more. However, there's always the chance of a miss, so it's kind of a risky move on my part. We get the third Pokemon knocked out. In comes the Empoleon. Empoleon, of course, we're going to go in for, I believe, the Earth Power here. Earth Power is going to make a direct contact, and that is just going to one-hit knock out the Empoleon. So while we're into the match here, I really like this gym, to be quite honest. This Ghost Gym for a battle background definitely makes the battle look really interesting, really cool. Let me know what you guys think about this gym background. So we're going to go in for that Earth Power here. That's going to take the Luxray right down to its Sash. And of course, you know, super effective, right? In comes a Crunch. Okay, so Crunch onto the field. It's going to do a little bit of damage there to the Nidoking. That's okay. We're going to go for the Sludge Wave here now, and that's just going to finish off the Luxray. So now there's one more Pokemon left on our opponent's side. So in comes Jirachi, which is actually pretty good for us right now because, quite frankly, another Earth Power or even a Fire Blast should be enough to knock him out. So that is going to be game. So good game. Thank you very much for the battle. I definitely had a lot of fun with the Dusknoir versus the Staraptor just because of the pain splits. Oh man, too bad Pain Split wasn't real. Too bad I didn't actually have a Dusknoir, because quite frankly, I actually did that whole battle with a headache. But that was a good battle nonetheless. I definitely enjoyed the Dusknoir. Definitely enjoyed the Nidoking as well. If you guys enjoyed the battle, be sure to post your comments in the comment section below. I would like to hear from you. As always, hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and take care.